In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best ways to be making MT right now in Season 7 and NBA 2K25 Myteam. So if you guys want to know what are the best game modes to be grinding in Season 7 to make the most MT possible, just what are great ways to be making MT in this game, I'll be talking about all of that in today's video. So the first thing, guys, we have to talk about when it comes to making the most amount of MT is Domination. If you guys want the single best game mode to grind to make the most amount of MT in Season 7, you guys want to be playing Domination. And a lot of people might think that, well, since you don't get MT per division like you normally do in the previous Dominations, like Out of Time and Team Heroes and all of these, previous Dominations, you were getting MT for each division. But people don't realize, maybe if you haven't clicked on the game, but you actually get 2,500 MT per game, and then you also make 2,500 for every obviously single game you play, and you win and you get a certain amount of stats and you win by a certain amount of points. Pretty much every time you play a Domination game, if you're winning by like 20 points or more, you're gonna get 2,500 MT. So you're making approximately 5,000 MT per game, and if there's course there of course is 33 games to be played if you're completing this entire Domination. So if we do the math on that, we do 5,000, I'm using the calculator so don't get it wrong, we times that by 33, that is 165k off the rip. 165k for completing Domination is honestly worth it with the legend badges you get with Bernard King. But then we also have to count that you get 600 and I think it's 75 MT per deluxe badge pack, and you get 6 of those, obviously 1 per division. We have 165k, but then we also take 675 and we times that by 6. That's another 4,000 MT. So let's just round up and let's say we're at 170,000 MT that we've made so far. But then you also see for each division that you complete, and there's 6 divisions, you are going to get to pick 2 diamond shoes from this diamond shoe option pack, and those quick sell for 300 MT. I can quickly show you guys in case you don't believe me, but if you go to search in your collection, you go to shoe cards, you go to diamonds, they do quick sell for 300 MT. So that is another 600 MT per division. So we do 600, we times that by 6 once again, that's going to be another 3,600. So we're looking at like 173k for completing this Domination. But then also for each game you win, if you're doing it on pro difficulty and you're getting the 2,500 MT, well, you're also going to get another diamond shoe, and you're also going to get, well, I guess that one's a little bit different. That one was for some ball packs. Are these ones different? Okay, so these ones you get a ball that does quick sell, but you're also going to get like a diamond shoe. I would say, guys, roughly around 175k for completing the Domination. If you sell everything, like if you quick sell everything, that's not that bad. 175k is a lot of MT for just completing this Domination. You're also going to get 7 legend badges, which you can use to make MT. If you guys want to go watch my previous video today talking about how to get tons of legend badges in Season 7, I did talk about the way to make MT from the legend badges. So if you guys want to go check out that video, it kind of is another way to be making MT right now in Season 7. But that is the main way. I just want to let you guys know that is probably the best, most time efficient way to be making MT in Season 7. Next thing I want to talk about is something that a lot of people do look over, and including myself, and that's going to be quick selling and selling everything in your collection. Now it sounds super simple, but a lot of people might miss out on it because, for example, with these diamond shoes, they quick sell for 300 MT. You might be able to go on the auction house and see if they sell for a little bit more. I'm super lazy, I just quick sell, but you could probably sell these for more than their quick sell value. But even if you just quick sell, there's a lot of MT probably sitting in your collection. For example, we're starting at 170 or 147k. I'm just going to show you guys how much MT I'm able to make by going through and quick selling. And I haven't really played too much on my main account this season. I haven't really played too much on my main account this entire year, and I go through my collection quite regularly, and I also go through and I quick sell all my shoes. And so this is stuff that I've probably accumulated over the past maybe week or so, because I remember doing it at the end of Season 6. I remember going through and quick selling all my diamond shoes. But again, we started at 147k, and just by quick selling, again, you could probably make more by actually going and selling them on the auction house, but just by quick selling, we're gonna make about 10,000 MT right there. 10,000 MT made in about what, 5 seconds? Like, is there any other that can quick sell this one as well? So we just made 10,000 MT. Now obviously you have to have those diamond shoes in your collection, but I'm telling you, if you guys have been playing the game, and for example, you're grinding the Dominations, and maybe you didn't even realize, like if you grinded the Out of Time Domination, maybe you didn't realize that you got those diamond shoe packs, right? Maybe you didn't realize that you also got a badge award pack, and we'll talk about badges here in a second. Or if you're grinding this one, right, and you're getting a diamond shoe for each game, maybe you haven't realized, but that's also an extra 300 MT per game that you're getting. So again, for the badges, go over to your collection, go over to badges, and look for the ones that you can sell. For example, I have this many gold badges to sell. You can go through, and again, you can try to find them on the auction house, and you can probably list them up for more than the quick sell value. I'm super lazy once again. I just go through and I quick sell, but it's 250 MT for one badge. And again, you're not going to be making like 300k, 400k, 500k. But I mean, if you go through your entire collection, if you have a lot of stuff to sell, you're probably looking at like six figures just from quick selling stuff in your collection. If you haven't done it ever, you're gonna have that much, because you can see I also got tons of silver badges. Again, you could probably go look them up, and maybe like silver rebound chaser sells for a little bit more, and maybe you can make a little bit more profit. That's probably the smarter thing to do, but I'm very lazy, so I just go through and I quick sell. And again, we've almost made 20,000 MT just by going through my collection and just going through and looking to see what I can sell when it comes to the badges, when it comes to the diamond shoes. And I'm also going to talk about jerseys here in a second, because jerseys do make you a lot of MT as well, just by going ahead and quick selling. So yeah, I know this is a little bit tedious, and you obviously have to have this stuff in your collection already. But if you've been playing this game regularly for the past month or so, not even, and you haven't gone through and done this yet, I promise you, you're gonna have a lot of stuff to quick sell. Now we can go over to jerseys, or uniforms, I guess they're called, and we'll go over to gold. And you guys can see I have a lot of jerseys to quick sell here, and each of them quick sell for 350. So again, we're gonna go through and we're gonna quick sell for 350. Once again, guys, I started at 147k at the start of this video, and I'm showing you guys me actually using these methods in this video. Like, we're probably gonna make like 40k MT just by going through and doing stuff on camera and showing you guys this is what you guys can also do. And I'm telling you, I've had a lot of this stuff, you know, I haven't really had a lot of this stuff saved up. Like, I've gone through multiple times this year, and I've gone through and sold all of my jerseys. You guys can see right there, I was able to make another 10,000 MT. We made 30k in this video alone, and that's just gold. We can go down to silver now. We still have these silver unis to sell, and I just wanted to show you guys, like, this is a way that going through your collection, you might be surprised, but you're actually going to make a lot more MT than you would have expected by going through and quick selling stuff, whether it's jerseys, whether it's badges, whether it's diamond shoes. You know, there's also gold shoes as well. Like, you go back to the shoe cards, right? I was just looking at diamonds, right? But you can go through and you can quick sell your golds. They're 225 as well. There is so much MT to be made in this game that you're really not looking at. And I know it's a little amount on paper, it's 225, but I'm telling you guys, over time, quick selling these shoes for 150, 225, 250, whatever it is, 300 MT, or whatever shoe, badge, jersey, whatever it is, I'm telling you guys, it is little amounts of MT, or at least it might look like that on paper. But I can promise you guys, over time, if you're going through and you're quick selling this stuff, you are going to make a lot of MT in season 7, and it's definitely one of the best ways to be making MT right now in my team. Again, I got so many jerseys. I'm just going to get up to 187k, so I can say that we've made now 40,000 MT just in this video alone. So that's pretty much it when it comes to obviously looking through your collection. You can go through like player cards that you have. If you have any players that you're not using, making sure you're selling them. Like, for example, if I'm not using Christian Wood, I can go through and see how much Christian Wood is selling for, right? If I go through, I'm not using Anthony Black in my lineup, just making sure you're selling everything in your collection that you're not using. And I can promise you guys, the MT is going to stack up. There's probably about 5,000 MT I can make here right off Triple J. So I'm going to go send them to the auction house, and I'm going to go list up Triple J for 5,000 MT. That's another 5k we're making in this video. Like, there is just so much MT to be made in this game. It is actually crazy. Another method I want to talk about is something that might be a little bit hidden, but the NBA playoff spotlight sim actually makes you a lot of MT, because for every final game you complete, you don't even have to do the first 2 games to get to the final game. All you have to do, and you can use whatever lineup you want, there's no lineup restrictions, that's 2,000 MT, and there's 16 of those challenges to do. So that's another 32,000 MT. If my math is correct, that's another 32,000 MT you're able to make just by playing these full lineup games, which are, I think, 2 or 3 minute quarters. I think they're 3-minute quarters. So again, really simple stuff to do, and you're able to make quite a bit of MT. So if you're just playing Domination, if you're going through and selling your stuff in your collection, if you're playing these NBA spotlight sims, and you can also do the Galaxy Opal, like the semifinal ones as well, but you have to have, you know, quite a bit of this stuff. But if you're doing this grind anyway for the free invincible card, or, you know, if you're doing the grind for the dark matters coming in the next couple days in round 3, you're going to be able to make a lot of MT just by grinding these NBA playoff spotlight sim. That is pretty much it for like the best methods and the fastest ways to make MT. Now, there is obviously a lot of MT to be made, you know, whether it's in Park or whether it's in Showdown. You have to play a lot of games. Park is probably the one that I would say, besides Domination, if you're trying to play a game mode for strictly MT, I would say it's the best mode to play, because you get 50k right here, you get another 25k, so that's 75k, you get another 10k, that's 85,000 MT. But you have to remember, you are going to be getting about 800 MT maybe not on average, so we'll say like on average you're probably getting like 700 MT per game if you're winning. So 700 MT per game, and let's say you're just playing for the MT, so you want to play to the 200 wins. You take 700 and you times that by 200, 700 MT per game, that's another 140k. So by playing 200, getting 200 park wins, you are going to be making, what did I say, 85,000, right? For the first number, 85,000. You're going to be making 225k MT for getting 200 park wins. That's a lot more worth it MT wise than playing 200 wins a showdown, because that's going to take you longer to do and you're going to make way less MT, and it's also a lot less sweatier. So I would say Park and Domination are the two best game modes to be playing strictly for MT, not talking about other prizes, but they're both pretty good for other prizes that you get along the way. So those are the best two game modes to play. I think the Spotlight Sims are also really worth it to do, just to make that 32k. Plus, if you're doing the Galaxy Opals and you do the Dark Matters once they come out, you can probably make close to like 50,000 MT from the NBA Playoff Spotlight Sim. And then of course, guys, going through your collection and quick selling and selling everything that you guys can. But hopefully you found this video helpful. If there's any other methods that you guys know about in season 7 that I didn't cover, please let me know in the comment section down below. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.